Hey guys, Pokemon Canadians here. Today I'm going to present to you my deck that me and my friend Brandon made, and we made it purely for the sake of kicking my friend Spencer's ass, who's also on this channel. He has made a couple videos. I have not gotten around to uploading them yet, but in my deck box, kind of here, it's a tin. I've got my Dark Dragonite, my Steelix, and my Empoleon level X. They're just chilling there. All these are kind of spare cards. Spare trainer cards to make another deck. We're going to be making a Dragonite deck, and yes, we are that mean, a Dragonite deck. So we got like the Engineer's Adjustments, Amisa's Chatter, Interviewers Questions, Life Herb, Candy, Tranitar, and so on. Just a bunch of repeats like that. And I guess a Metagross was in there too. I've got a Metagross deck as well. I'll be showing you guys that in a different video. Probably make it today as well, but I'll be showing this one first because this one is so mean it's not even funny. If you guys know how to actually play, you guys will probably cry a little bit. And I don't have this deck organized in any such fashion, so I'm going to slowly spew out the cards onto the table. Basically, it's a dark/water deck. Now that does not happen too often, guys, and this has exactly 60 cards in it. Not all the cards are legal. I believe like this one is super old, double colorless energy. We battle all the time, by the way. We know all the rules and all that stuff. But we play with, like, I guess you could call them illegal cards. Although, you know, I have a deck that's completely legal, which is my ghost deck. So the double colorless, the water energy, of course. We got a Dino, because we have Hydreigons in here. You guys will slowly see. So this supporter interviewers questions, which is look at the top 8 cards of your deck and then choose as many energies as as show up as when you draw the cards off your top of your deck, and then you just shuffle your deck back into your, or shuffle whatever those cards are back into your deck. So so we've got special darkness energies. I believe they're all special except for maybe 2 of them, because it gives you an extra 10 damage to the opposing Pokemon with each darkness energy on you. I'll explain that in a bit, but there's another dark energy, water energy, Sharon or whatever people call it. Draw 3 cards, a very good trainer card to have. Another interviewer's questions. I think there's 3 of them in here. Team Rocket's trickery. So you basically use this. They discard a card out of their hand, and you draw 2 cards. So it's a win for you and a loss for your opponent, basically. That's Team Rocket for you. And then Professor Elm's training method. So I'd use this to either pull out a Gyarados, which I have in here, or a Hydreigon. I don't think I have anything else that evolves in this deck. So Pokemon Collector. So just to get up 3 basics, which would be generally either a Dino, 2 Magikarps, or I just pull out a Kyurem. Yes, I have Kyurems in here. So a playable double colorless energy. I've got many of these, so I'm going to switch that old double colorless for one of these ones, but I haven't done it yet. A Luxury Ball, so it lets you draw any Pokemon from your deck, excluding level X. So you could technically draw an EX, which is very, very good. Zweilous. Another Zweilous. Ooh, not a card, almost fell. So Kyurem EX. Very good card, but you know it's good because you use Hail Blizzard as 120. It's like this Pokemon can't use Hail Blizzard during your next turn, so of course you just use Frozen Wings. And if the opponent so happens to have a special energy attached to them, it is now gone. That's why you want to have multiple special energies like the Darkness ones that I have. You want to have multiples on Pokemon. So I've got the Regigigas EX. It virtually has an Outrage, which Outrage is like it does a base damage of 20 plus however many damage counters are on you. So, but instead it has Raging Hammer, which does 10 more damage for each damage counter on the Pokemon, obviously. So if there's 100 damage, it does 100 damage plus 50 instead of 20. But you need to have 4 colorless energy on Regigigas EX, which is amazing. Department Store Girl. So basically how we get Department Store Girl out in this deck, I will show you in 2 seconds here. We put stacked, where's the other one? 2... Oh, wow. I think I would have drawn him, too. That's pretty bad. So, we put 2 Sableyes in this deck, and it has over eager. So, basically, if you draw this card off the bat, you automatically go first. And with that being automatically go first, as Sableye as your active Pokemon, you can use Impersonate for no energy, and you search your deck for a supporter card, being Department Store Girl, and then read that. You search your Pokemon, you search your deck up to 3 Pokemon tools. So with the tools, we grab 1 Expert Belt. You guys can see there. I'm not sure if the camera zoomed in. I don't think so. I was just holding the cards way back there. So we get an Expert Belt out with that. We get, hold on, I'm just going through the deck, guys. Sorry. We get the Expert Belt. We get the 2nd Expert Belt. That's right, 2nd Expert Belt. Absolutely terrible. And then And then we get an, oh, I must have already skipped through it. And then we get the Eviolite or Eviolite, whichever you prefer to call it, which you throw on a basic Pokemon, which should generally be Kyurem or Regigigas EX, which virtually gives them 200 HP, which is just overkill. And then of course you got 2 Life Herbs in there, which if you flip a coin of heads, it cures 60 damage off your Pokemon, also known as 6 damage counters, and removes all special conditions. Amazing card if it works. Personally, it never really works well for me because I always flip tails, but you know what? It's always good to have 2 in there. It's another Water Energy, 2 more Special Darkness, and a regular Dark Energy. The Magikarp. Now this Magikarp is special, and I have 4 of them in this deck. I'm going to ditch these 2 Sableyes and a Mises Chatter. Mises Chatter is just draw 3 cards if you flip heads and draw 2 if you flip tails. So regardless, you draw a card, so it's always good to have this in one of your decks. This Magikarp has Sea Spray. So if he's your active Pokemon, and say your other opponent can't attack or whatever, you just flip a coin until you get tails, and for each head you draw a card. Now this has worked many times for me. I've drawn 7 cards from this because I flipped 7 heads in a row. I've drawn 11 cards because I flipped 11 heads in a row. Very good card, and I have 4 of these in my deck. And 2 of them generally evolve into Gyaradoses. So another Water Energy, and of course the Dragonite with Draco Meteor. So if you guys didn't know what Draco Meteor does, and the whole card shines. I've never actually seen that in the perfect light before, but now I can see it. You guys probably can't that well, but it is Draco Meteor and also Hyper Beam. So Hyper Beam is hits 40 and flip a coin, and if heads, discard an energy attached to the defending Pokemon, which is quite good, but sometimes it doesn't work, sometimes it does. And with Draco Meteors, flip a coin for each of your opponent's Pokemon. If that coin is heads, this attack does 50. But you don't apply weaknesses and resistance for a bench Pokemon, of course, but 50 damage, you could essentially win in 1 turn with this Pokemon. Being 50 damage, say it kills the active, and then 50 damage kills all the bench Pokemon by some fluke, you can win, draw all your prized cards in 1 turn. Amazing card right here. So then the Dragonair to evolve into the Dragonite, obviously, and there's obviously going to be a Dratini in here, if not 2, I think. So we got the Gyarados here. The Gyarados has a Tail Revenge, so it does 30 damage times the number of Magikarp in your discard pile. So we can throw those Magikarps out, get as many Sea Sprays as we want to draw as many cards as we can. And then if it goes to the discard pile and you get another Gyarados out with another Magikarp, it does 30 damage times the number of Magikarp in your discard pile. So it could essentially do up to 90 without having your 4th discarded. And then Wreak Havoc is flip a coin until you get tails. For each head, discard the top card off of your opponent's deck. Meanest Gyarados out there. And then Dragon Beat, flip a coin. If heads, discard an energy from each of your opponent's Pokemon, active and benched. That is a terrible attack, and I use it all the time. So obviously Magikarp. I've got another Gyarados in here, so Water Energy, another Kyurem EX. I am so mean, guys. I feel so bad for my friends. And then 2 more Magikarps, as I said. There's 4 in here. I know there's Wireless because there's 3 Hydreigons in here. That's right, 3 Hydreigons. I'll show you what Hydreigon does. It's a rare candy, obviously, to evolve the Hydreigon. Generally, because there's no other Pokemon that evolve in here other than the Gyarados, I believe, like I was saying. So another Dino. Well, I guess there is the Dragonite, but Dragonite tends to just evolve randomly on the bench, while Hydreigon's out there just destroying people. So Water Energy, the Dratini, another Water Energy, now Boost Energy. This Boost Energy goes on the Dragonite after you have 1 other energy on him, specifically, hopefully, a Rescue Energy. So then Dragonite, Dratini, and Dragonair just go back to your hand. But use the Boost Energy, and it counts for 3 colorless energies, and that goes on Dragonite because he only needs colorless energies. So you just put this on for 1 colorless, and then this on for the 4th, and then with those 4 energies, or like active energies, you can do Draco Meteor, which is amazing. Then 2 of the Hydreigons, and 1 is the Shining Hydreigon. Yes, I got a Shining Hydreigon. Yes, that's correct. I've got another Water Energy, of course, a level ball, so it lets you search your deck for Pokemon with 90 HP or less. So basically, I'd probably either go for the Dragonair, the Zweilous, or sorry, I can't think. Dragonair, Zweilous, or a Magikarp, maybe, depending on the situation. Gyarados, another one, of course, and the 3rd Hydreigon, and then Water Energy, Dino, Water Energy, Water Energy. So you guys basically get the gist of that, hopefully. If you guys know how to play, you would hopefully understand everything that I was explaining there. I might have explained a couple things wrong, but you know, we try and video these battles, but we've discovered that it's very hard to edit and videotape the battles very, I guess to videotape them well and make you guys understand like what we're actually doing and stuff. So we're working on that, so you guys will be able to see some of our battles, hopefully. And I think it might be a YouTube first. I'm not too sure, but Sure, there's some sort of tournaments videotape, but we're gonna like try and make it as professional as possible. But we're working on it for you guys. So this video's already 10 minutes. Sorry if it has bored you guys at all, but you guys got to see my mean deck with Gyarados, Hydreigon, Kyurem, Regigigas, and the Sableye and the Dragonite. Just a very mean deck. It's lost once by fluke, because if you don't draw the Sableye off the bat, it doesn't necessarily work, but that's why there's 2 Sableyes in here to increase your chance of drawing him off of the bat, for you to go first, use Impersonate, and get department store girl out, or if you use Impersonate twice in a row, then you get your interviewer's questions out. You guys get the gist of it. But then you Expert Belt all your Pokemon up, and with Expert Belt, I didn't explain it. Expert Belt gives you an extra 20 HP, and you deal an extra 20 damage. That's right. But whenever you die, your opponent does get to draw 2 cards. So that's the downfall to it. But I personally don't have a problem with that, because usually I'm already winning, so it doesn't matter. But I'm not trying to sound like a cocky dick, but I'm generally always winning when using this deck. My friend has used it a lot more than I have, because I just like to see him use it, because he loves this deck so much. But anyway, guys, thank you very much for watching. Hopefully you enjoyed this, and maybe you guys want to battle me sometime. I don't know how, but we could arrange it somehow, maybe. We'll see. But if you guys ever want to show off your deck and tell me what your deck is like, leave a comment, send me a message, even make a video response maybe, and I'll see how your guys' deck is, like how your guys' deck plays out and stuff. And I can give you guys tips on how to make one as well, because I'm very good at it. We battle daily, like multiple times daily, and you know, all that good stuff. So thank you very much for watching again, and I'll see you guys next time.